The internet is a polarized battlefield. You are either with us or against us. No middle ground, no debate, just extremes. And at the center of it, we have figures like Andrew Tate. Some say he is a misogynist. Others say he's just a strong masculine figure that society is trying to suppress. But here's the real question. Why are millions of young men obsessed with him? And more importantly, why is this conversation is so broken? Today we are not going to cancel anyone. We are not going to blindly defend anyone. We are going to think. Because critical thinking is dead. Let's try to fix that. A few years ago, I had barely even heard of this guy. I would seen his name in headlines, but I didn't care enough to read the articles. I wasn't clicking on his videos, and I definitely wasn't wasting my time to drop hate comments. Hey, maybe that's just me. At that time, I knew this feminist girl who really hated Andrew Tate. She mentioned him once talking about how toxic he was, and that got me curious. Since I enjoy debating and she was good at arguing these topics, I thought, why not challenge myself? What if I tried to defend him? Not because I agreed with him, but just to sharpen my debate skills. So I started watching him. I went through 3 of his interviews, including the one with Piers Morgan. And at first, damn, even I couldn't pinpoint exactly what was the wrong with what he was saying. In those interviews, he sounded composed, confident, and even reasonable. And I hate to admit this, but actually I even learned a thing or two from him. But then, right before I could meet up with this girl and have the debate, few days before, they got arrested. Just like everyone else, I jumped to conclusions. I thought it was a lost case, no debate needed. And that's where I made the same mistake that most people make. Here is where it gets interesting. I didn't keep watching him, but the algorithm didn't care. Once you search for something, it assumes you are interested. And suddenly, my Instagram reels were flooded with Tate's content. For an entire year, every second or third video was about him. And I'm not joking. That's when I realized why he's a real problem. Tate's message isn't just about women or money, it's about success, power, and self improvement. You can achieve anything if you work hard enough. You have to believe in yourself and destroy your goals. You can become rich, strong, and take care of your loved ones. And you know what? That's all true. That's why people listen. That's why young men are following him like religion, because he tells them exactly what they want to hear and show them the results. Bugattis, mansions, supermodels, a lifestyle that seems untouchable. But here's the catch. It's never just the message, it's the packaging. And the packaging is dangerous. The problem with Tate's message that there is a fine line between motivation and manipulation. And Tate plays on that line perfectly. Misogyny disguised as masculinity. If my woman has OnlyFans, I deserve a cut because she belongs to me. Women are bad drivers because they are women. If a woman cheats, it's worse than if a man does. I would love to believe that. And a dangerous definition of success. If you don't have a Bugatti, you are not a real man. That is the only measure of success. Education means nothing. Just pay me and you will be more successful than anyone with a degree. And this is where his influence becomes toxic. Because kids who start out listening to his hard work message end up blindingly believe everything. And suddenly they are repeating the same dangerous black and white thinking. Tate objectifies women? Sure. But let's not ignore the bigger issue. The women on OnlyFans objectify themselves more than any man ever could. But they are not even the real problem. The men who pay for it, those who sit there throwing their money away, watching women they will never have, acting like addicts chasing a fix, they are rats. And the media calls him a human trafficker and misogynist piece of shit. And here is the thing, whether he did all of those things and they paid off the other women to be quiet, or whether he is actually innocent and one woman wanted to abuse her power against him, we do not know. We weren't there. And it wouldn't be the first time in history. The only thing we do know is that the media is full of this human trafficking, rape, forming an organized crime group to exploit women. So my question is, when there is a right to innocence, why do we as a society run into such a presumptions? He has a lot of shit going on, but canceling someone just because they have a different opinion, that's crazy to me. Andrew Tate is nothing else but a perfect salesman and a marketing genius. Why? Because before he even went to jail, he already started saying that the Matrix was coming for him. What Matrix? Yes, in the capitalist world, the capital rules everything. A prime example is the USA, where through lobbying, you just choose between two different versions of the same elite. But Tate, he was a small fish. He's not some massive threat they needed to eliminate. But with this little media hack, he became even more famous than before and sold his university course with it. Actually, genius, by the way. And in this polarized world, we stuck choosing between bad and worse. And it's tearing our society apart. People stop thinking for themselves. Debate is replaced by outrage. Everyone just wants to cancel their opponents instead of proving them wrong. Here is the truth. We don't fix the world by canceling people. We fix it by having conversations no one wants to have. And America is just the prime example once again. You pick a side, you refuse to listen to the other, and it gets worse every day. But in Europe and in the rest of the world, we still have a chance. We don't have to go down that road. We can bring back real conversations instead of blindly following the herd. And even when we hate a person or what they stand for, we should still be able to debate, because when debate dies, society stops progressing. At the end of the day, it isn't just pushing a hustle mentality, he actively against education because it helps him sell his own course. And that's where his influence becomes really dangerous. Think about it. He tells young guys, school is useless, degrees are scam, just pay me and you will be more successful than any college graduate. The education system isn't perfect. It's outdated and needs serious improvement. But the solution isn't to burn it down and replace it with this university. He's not fixing education. He's making money of telling you it's worthless. Meanwhile, he's selling a glorified Discord server as if the gateway to the elite. It's like an alcoholic telling you to stop drinking right before he is handing you his brand of vodka. Young men drink his words like an addict chugs cheap wine and never questioning if they are being played. And that's the real problem. It's not just about his views on women or success, it's about how he profits of ignorance by calling everyone else sheep. And this is where the real challenge starts. If we don't want people like Tate shaping the future, we need to encourage critical thinking. We need to push for self-improvement that isn't built on manipulation. Because in the end, success should be about more than just blindly following another salesman. And if you want to be part of a real conversation, hit that like button and drop a comment below. Let's talk, not cancel, not blindly defend, but actually think. Because real power isn't in outrage. Real power is in understanding. And the strongest people, they are the ones who dare to question everything. But who the hell am I to talk about this? I don't even have a Bugatti. So see you in the next one.